Hey, everybody. I've got my guy with me, Mr. Lamont Sanders. Welcome to Talks with Toya on Gospel Central. If you're here, let us know who's with us. Share, like. I'm excited because I always get to meet some cool people. Mike from Gospel Central, our amazing CEO and founder. I don't know if we got the other nomination. I should know that, but I know for sure 4-time Stellar Award nominated internet radio station. We've got Lamont Sanders. Like, he's the deal. If you haven't checked out his bio, you should have saw it. You should have read it. He's been with some amazing folks, starting out as an R&B singer. So I'm excited. I feel like I met a new friend, and I really, really am looking forward to some things. So, Lamont, let's talk about your transition from the R&B side. I don't know if you're still doing both, so I don't want to assume. But how was it like on the R&B side? I'm just for me.
Wow. The R&B to the gospel is, when I tell you, it is such a culture shock.
Is it?
It's two different worlds. I was born and raised in the church. However, my journey through the R&B was just something that I started out of high school. Actually, a friend of mine, Wanye Morris from Boys to Men, introduced me to somebody,
Look at you
in the R&B industry, and I just started singing because I like to sing. But as a church boy, I wasn't thinking that there was a difference between R&B and church.
right?
I quickly learned,
Right?
but wow, this is different. This is not church. This is something else.
Did you travel? Did you? And I know you wrote songs. So who did you write for? I'm sorry, I'm just being straight notes because I got your bio. So I'm like, you said songwriter. Who did you write for?
Well, I wrote something for some artists. Some never came out. I got lucky on a couple of albums. But I've toured and lived that lifestyle of a rock star, so to speak, And when I tell you, it's so different from, the roots. And I mean, I thank God for those type of experiences.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm happy to be back. It's like living the lifestyle of the prodigal son. You get a chance to go and kind of like, I wasn't a Kimi from Coming to America, but I saw my royal oats. And I got back in time.
Right.
In God's grace is a blessing because we can get out there and there's so many different vices that can keep us caught up and wrapped up. And I was blessed to get back.
Yeah, and you got out, like you said, you can get caught up, but you're here. Like, that's dope. And then you're able to give your testimony and share with the world and just share with all of us the great things that you're doing and how you could have been in some things, but God kept you. That's amazing.
He kept me in spite of me. There was times I didn't know if I was going to turn out like, John P. Key or Eddie Kane, like zang, nights like this.
Listen, that's my movie. That's
my movie right there.
That's the movie. Listen. That is definitely the movie. Mm-hmm. So, where can we hear your music? What single is out now? And maybe sing a little bit.
Well, He Kept Me is out now.
Okay.
And oh man, He's able to keep us from falling, to present us faultless before the presence of His people. He Kept Me is a special song to me because I wrote the song and actually recorded it before the pandemic.
Wow.
And I was eager to let it come out, and I wanted to come out, and God's timing wasn't right, or should I say my timing wasn't right. God had a better time.
Right.
And when I talked about Him keeping me, in the hook it says He kept me. When I turned away from His will and didn't give Him a chance, and I was so busy trying to be this and be that, and He still kept me.
Mm-hmm.
That was the extent that my brain would allow me to go to, as far as things that I had got involved in, whether it was in trouble with the law, whether it was the R&B thug life, whatever you want to call it. I'm like, God, you kept me regardless. And then the pandemic happened and I lost my brother.
Right.
So He Kept Me now plays such a whole nother level when I talk about just being kept in my right mind.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone else, I mean, I know a lot of people have lost siblings, but to lose a sibling, when I tell you that is a pain that just will not go away.
Yeah.
And if I didn't know God before, I had to get to know him now, because to keep me, my sanity, like a sibling that's your first best friend.
Yeah.
And you grow up with this person from that age, and to be my younger brother, it's like it was nothing I could really do. I couldn't protect them.
Yeah.
I called them. We talked about the pandemic, coronavirus, and I tried my best to give all types of 911 calls, because we were hearing the news, we were seeing this, and my brother was in the first 4,000 people who died from that. So it's like,
I'm so sorry.
when I tell you God is a keeper, I'm just telling it because it is what it is.
Yeah.
And every day it's a painful feeling every day, and it's leaning on God more and more every single day. Yeah, he's a keeper. So
wow.
I say he's kept me. It's an understatement, because I could have lost my mind.
Yeah, and I definitely, you and your family are in our prayers. I know when I read that, I was like, oh, that has to be hard. But like you said, if you didn't know God and how he had you write a song prior to the pandemic, but he knows us enough to prepare us, even though we don't know we're being prepared. And I think what you just shared, like, puts it full circle. Like, you had the song before the pandemic.
Right.
Then that happened. Your brother passed, and then you had that one thing, that song that he gave you to hold on to during that time. But he knew all along, because his will is perfect, and we know that. And that right there, preach. Listen, the doors of the church is open, sir.
You are so right. You are so right. He knew us. He formed us before.
Yes, sir.
In the womb, so he knew all this was going to happen. I just wish he could have gave me a warning. You want that warning,
Yeah.
We don't know. So all we can do is prepare ourselves to be ready when God calls us.
That's it. I used to, just want to be ready. Let me just be in the number. Yeah. My grandma over here talking about she want to meet the rapture. I was like, I just want to make it. Okay, you talk about going to the rapture. That's too much work. I just want to
I was gonna make it in.
I just want to make it in. So I know, so when asked what makes you different from other gospel artists, when reading your bio, if everyone did that, it makes sense just how you presented yourself today. It's your testimony, and it just exudes you. It comes out. Yeah, when you speak. So that is, you are definitely a walking, which we all are, but the way you presented it and tie everything in, from coming from the R&B side, and then now going with your brother passing. I mean, that's just a lot. And then you've got your your virtual experience coming soon. When can we, I know that it's postponed right now, right? Because it was going to be coming out.
Right.
So you got to come back, right? You can come back and hang out with us and let us know so we can tell the people.
Please let me come back, because
I'm course.
I'm telling you, as a matter of fact, let's figure something out to where we can probably do the concert on your show.
Well, that we have to talk to Mr. Michael Stewart about that one.
Mr. Stewart, we're going to talk to Mr. Michael Stewart.
He's the man. But I mean, that sounds like a great idea, and I definitely will. I'm pretty sure he's on or he's listening, and he'll find out. So we'll definitely talk after this and see what we can do. I'm definitely excited for you, because when I saw it, I was like, "Oh, he's got a concert," and you were like, "Oh, it's postponed." I'm like, I was ready for the 7th. Like, where do I click? Where do I buy a ticket? And then you said it's free on top of that.
Yeah, it's gonna be free, but I mean, to God be the glory. But let me tell you about Michael Stewart. If you don't mind.
Go ahead. Have your way, sir.
Michael Stewart is one of the people that I will never forget in my career. When I was singing, doing like spot dates, and just now coming out to be a new artist. And it was all these artists. And we're talking about Brian Courtney, we're talking about Fashawn Mitchell, Michael Stewart has always treated me like I was whoever I am. He gave me love. When I tell you, like, I was sitting in the corner, he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna get you next." I'm like, He's talking to me.
Aww.
But he was like, yeah, I'm gonna get you next. I'm gonna interview you, hear what you're doing. Like every time I see Michael Stewart, he gives me love. That is my man. Like,
listen, he got a heart of gold. That's my guy.
I saw
he gave me
he gave me love again. Like, I love that guy. Yeah.
Same here. That's how I started. I actually did the Stellars, the red carpet for him in 2018, the very first time. And then I put out like, hey, I wanted to do a show, and then he was just like, he pinged me and he said, what we doing? How can I help? Wow. And here we are.
That's him.
That is him. So, Michael, I know you probably like, I know they're not on here talking about me. Yes, we are talking about you.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
He yes, we
got the Scott's tissues, but we talking about him right now.
Right. So with the single "He Kept Me," it's on all digital outlets where music is sold, right?
It's everywhere. "He Kept Me" is everywhere. I'm grateful to God because it's definitely blessing, and I'm just grateful that God could use me as a vessel to do this record.
Right. So what other things do you have coming up? I know you've got the concert coming. Anything else we can look forward to? And I know you were just on Erica on Get Up Good Morning with Erica. Congratulations. I saw that. I was like, you better work, sir. Work.
Thank you so much. God is doing it. And I want to make sure he gets all the glory because, it's not us. It really isn't us. We're just vessels, and if we just sit back and let God do what he does, we'll be used even more. It's just, and I've just learned to get out my own way.
That's so good. Like, say that again for the person in the back. What? We gotta get what?
Get out my own way. Get out your own way.
Come
God, on. He has a plan. He has a plan. There's a purpose for all of us. And right now we're gearing up for this summer tour. I'm really excited. I get a chance to go open for Mr. Fred Hammond. That is Father's Day weekend. Yes, I'll be in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Oh, it's you're for I Hear Music, right?
Yes.
You are. And I will be there as well. So we get to meet. We got to do lunch or something, hang out.
Definitely.
That's going to be good. That's good. I'm excited. Oh, yep. Someone said, get out their own way. Listen, you preaching today. Someone said, get out my own way. Listen, they hearing you. So so you'll be opening up for free. Are you excited?
Excited is not the word. I can't sleep.
Oh,
we got a whole month away.
You better get some sleep. Well, I know you're gonna do what you said you do. Give your testimony and give your gift back to God. Like I can just tell, you're humble. The music is the bomb. You're already hitting the gospel most added chart. So congratulations on that for being number 2 back in April. So if y'all listen, I'm running his receipt so y'all understand like who we got sitting here. Just so everybody clear. If you didn't look at the bio, you haven't been to his page. He working. He's serving God. He's sharing the ministry, and that's what it's about. That is what it's about. So congratulations on that, and then opening up for Mr. Fred. I can't wait. And it's a drive-in concert. Gotta love Tracy. Love Miss Tracy.
Yes,
I'm so excited.
I love Miss Tracy too. Tracy is one of my good friends. I love her. I Hear Music is hot every year.
And she ain't let no pandemic stop her. She said, that's fine. We're just gonna drive up. Amen. That's what we're gonna do. Drive up, park your car, and be blessed.
Straight pull up and be blessed. Right.
Pull up and be blessed. So shout out to Miss Tracy doing her thing. Anything else you have coming up? What's coming up after I Hear Music?
Well, like I said, we're gearing up for the summer tour. Hopefully to get to every city. My goal is 25 cities in the summer.
Okay.
That's a goal. So far we got about maybe 7.
So anyone watching, coming back to watch the replay, if you want Mr. Lamont Sanders in your city, you make sure you head on over to his Facebook and IG. It's his name, Lamont Sanders. Don't spell it like I did. I made a mistake today. So again, I apologize to you, Mr. Sanders. Like I said, most women don't, say when they're wrong, but this one does,
My God. Praise God for you.
So make sure you check him out. Find him on Facebook and IG as his name is spelled as it is on the screen currently. This screen right here. And reach out to him and his team. So you can be one of those cities on the list. I need to see how we can get you maybe even here in Columbus, because we're doing the Columbus Gospel Fest, but it's virtual. So we'll definitely need to talk. That is in July.
Let's do it.
So you just be busy. We got your concert. You got I Hear Music in June, and you can have Columbus Gospel. Just hit up Ohio. Just do your rounds.
Let's go. Let's do it. I love Ohio.
Yes, yes. Anything else? You have anything else coming up? And how are you serving locally in your church? And I meant to ask you, do you play an instrument?
Well, God has blessed me to play several instruments. I play about 7. But that's because my mother was like the female Ike Turner, and she just was giving me the hardest time. Like, she would not let up.
So what instruments do you play?
Oh my goodness. The saxophone, baritone horn, drums, piano, what else? Trumpet. Like, I'm like, Mom, are you serious? Like, but
so on any of your songs, have you laid any of the music down yourself, or you?
No, I'm not. See, the funny part is, as I got older, I kind of like stepped back. Like, I just want to be a singer. But I've been picking some stuff back up lately.
You need to.
But God has blessed me to be around some very talented musicians and producers, and they just been doing it. So I was like, go ahead.
But you need to. It's like riding a bike. You can do it.
All right, I'm gonna get back on. I'm gonna figure out one.
I mean, I'm thinking like one. No, if you play 7, like you could do like This Little Light of Mine at least, and put as an interlude, with you playing all of them or something like that. That is how, like, you play 7. Lay your tracks. Lay your tracks, sir.
That is funny. All right.
You'd be surprised. If you can sing it, you can play it anyway. So it's not like you don't know the instrument.
It's been so many years. But I'm gonna try.
I'm a believer. I'm a believer in instruments. I love instruments. I'm about ready to pick my flute back up. I play piano somewhat, but I love the flute, and I really love the
chair you played on that flute.
Huh?
What chair you played? You first chair, second chair?
I was first chair when I played.
I can tell. I knew it.
I loved it.
You got a first chair posture. I said she was first chair. She was like, I played flute. So you said, I'm like,
I did. It was great. It was fun, and I miss my flute. I really do. And I think it was it Milton Brunson in the Thompson Community Choir? Right. And there was the one you remember the video where the recording where they had all the pastels on, and they had the people in the front playing the flute. Right. Listen, I've forever been changed as a child because I was playing then when that came out in school, and I just I wanted to be like that person.
Okay, so this is what we're gonna do then.
Okay.
If I pick up these instruments, you got to do a flute solo on this light of mine.
You know what? I will go buy me a flute just because you said that. I will. Okay. I will go purchase one. I will. I'm a woman of my word, so don't be mad at me when I send a random video of me over here like. Or don't be mad at me, y'all, when y'all see a random video of me over here trying to play this flute. But that's okay. I've been jonesing for it, so that's good.
That's what's up.
I am just so honored to meet you, hang out with you tonight.
Thank you so much.
Listen, if y'all didn't know, he is looking for musicians. He's had some auditions up. I'm gonna put this flyer up here in just a minute so y'all can see, because he does have an opportunity if you are interested in pretty much auditioning. Because you got a couple more left, right? You have they start tomorrow. They start today, right?
They start today.
How did it go?
No, it's tonight. I'm missing it right now.
Oh, well, let me.
No. It's all good. My team is taken care of. I got one of the best teams on this side of heaven, and they are doing their thing.
Hands down, I love on the team. The team makes the dream work. Listen, teamwork makes it go.
Let me tell you something. I'm nothing without my team. They holding this thing together, and shout out to them. Definitely, everybody who's working with Lamont Sanders. When I tell you, this has just been a blessing and a good ride. And they hold me to a standard, and I appreciate that.
That's good. Well, if you are interested, I'm going to share my screen real quick so they can see your flyer. In the event you are looking to a musician or singer, do you have to be in a particular area, Mr. Lamont?
No, not at all. Not at all. They're really putting it together. Just share.
Okay. I didn't know if you wanted them in a certain area. So if you're interested, you need to contact Mr. Lamont Sanders again on Facebook or IG so you can audition. they starting tonight. Apparently, he's hanging out with me. He kind of played hooky, I guess, from the session. Yeah, hang out with Toya. Don't tell your team. Don't be mad at me. Tell them I said hi. But make sure you guys tune in and check in if you are interested. A lot of times people are looking for things. Definitely head over to Facebook and Instagram, like his page, follow independent gospel artists. We've got to do better taking care of our own. And that is one thing that Gospel Central and Talks with Toy is all about: supporting our artists, pushing our artists, not stealing no music. Go buy it, stream it, help with the streams, help with the plays, help with the ads. Call your local disc jockey at your radio station and say you want to hear the single. Do your part. Amen. Anything else you want to share with the people before you go? If they want to book you, I could type it in the chat. Who do they contact for booking? Or
you can just hit me at Lamont Sanders at Facebook and Instagram, at Twitter. And I just want to leave you guys with a little song that my brother wrote. And it's called I Paid for My Robe and It's Too Short. I paid for my robe and it's too short. I paid for my robe and it's too short. I got my ticket. I got my receipt, and I want my money back because I paid for my robe and it's too short. Somebody gonna sing that in church on Sunday.
So it was that your little brother?
My brother was a musician. He was a crazy musician. Yes, he was a crazy musician, but I tell you, comedian out this world. Comedian. But I'm gonna keep him alive in everything I do.
So did he help record any of your music? Is he on any? Did he play any? Oh man,
definitely. Yeah. Vocally, my brother produced and created some things, some masterpieces. And I think that's probably the hardest part about the whole situation with me and God, is because such a talented, good human being, wholesome human being. He had not one enemy on this earth. And I'm like, wow. But God says, listen, you guys are all my children. I'm gonna bring you home when I'm ready. So
that's right.
Our goal is to be ready. My brother was ready.
That's good. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Y'all make sure y'all follow Mr. Lamont Sanders, as you see on the screen, how it's spelled, on Facebook and Instagram. Grab his single. Let folks know you want to hear it. Again, don't be downloading and sharing and all that. No, go on and buy it or stream it, whatever you're going to do. Support appropriately. And again, God bless you. We look forward to seeing you at I Hear Music in June. And hear more about the virtual concert. So we'll be in touch to bring you back. What's up?
I don't want you guys to miss out. We got He Kept Me t-shirts and sweatshirts going right now.
Where can we get them at?
Get one. Oh my goodness. Just DM me if you guys want one. And we got them in all types of colors. Check my page. I don't want you guys to miss out on that. He Kept Me, and it's a personalized situation. So people are picking what colors they want. What it's just really symbolizing what God has done for all of us. He's kept us, especially in a time like this.
Okay, so we hit him up on Facebook, y'all. Y'all heard him, so you can get your He Kept Me gear. I don't have to get. You have t-shirts too.
T-shirts, hoodies, hats.
I'll put my order in after the show.
He Kept Me mania right now because God has kept us, definitely.
Yeah. I will definitely put my shirt in order, and as soon as we're done tonight, I will put mine in. I will be messaging you for that, and then I'll probably wear it on my show the next week. If I get it in the next week, I'll wear it.
Tag me, Toya. I need to
I
see
will.
I'm excited.
I definitely will. I definitely will. Well, you have a good night and enjoy your auditions. I hope that the Lord sends you who you've been praying for to come in as you continue to do your music. And when is an album? When do we get an album? Do you have a date for that yet? I meant to ask you that.
Well, the album, the EP is out, but we are currently working on the new project, which I believe God is doing something special. But you'll be hearing some stuff real soon. I promise you.
Okay, so y'all got the EP's out. You hear this? He Kept Me as a single, but the whole EP is out. Get it, and the shirt. He Kept Me.
Yes. He kept
All right.
me.
Well, you have a good night, and I'll talk with you soon. Seriously.
All right.
All right.
Thank you
Have a good
so much
night.
for
God
your time.
bless
I
you.
appreciate it.
Thank
All
you
right.
for
God bless.
coming. I'm so happy.
Oh, thank you guys so much.
All
Give my
right.
love to
Have a
Mike.
good night. Yep, I will. I will. Okay. All
All
right.
right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, guys. Thanks, Mr. Lamont. Thank you to Mr. Lamont Sanders for coming out and hanging out with us. Listen, that was fun. So, as you know, he's on I Hear Music. That ticket, you need to make sure you get your ticket if you have not gotten your ticket. If you're in Cincinnati, or you want to come this way, you can. You want to just make sure you get your ticket. I'm going to put the information up here so you can take a peek at it and decide when you're going to get your ticket or your information. I know we have one more artist coming on, or Mr. Scott Sims, and he is going to be on the Summer Bash schedule for which is coming up the end of May, excuse me. So I Hear Music, upcoming event. If you wish to, definitely check out tickets. The ticket sales are available at www.ihearmusicintheair.com. As you see, our good friend Mr. Lamont is right there. Definitely going to be there. So you got Mr. Fred Hammond, Jason Claiborne, Shawanda Smith, Wayman Dean, Lamont Sanders, and Trayvon Perry. We want to be there to support those individuals. If you are in the Central Ohio or the Ohio region, come down, and if not, make a weekend of it and come hang out with us, even if you're not in Ohio. And then shortly after, or shortly before, we do have the other event, which is Summer Bash, and that is the Joe Bro Foundation, and we definitely want to support them. And it is a free event. This particular event is free, and it is on May 30th. And it's definitely it's not a driving experience, and it will, Jordan Brooks, with the Joe Bro Foundation. And the event is free, and it's not a drive-in, it's actually a concert, and this lineup is crazy. I was trying to wait till Mr. Scott got on so we could talk a little bit more about what he's going to be doing on the show. If you haven't seen it, head over to the Joe Bro Foundation and check that out. And I know a lot of folks may not be on tonight, and shout out and congratulations to Jonathan McReynolds on tonight. That movie, The Good Son, I believe it's entitled, on BET Air. So not only is he singing, but he's acting. So congratulations to you, Mr. Jonathan McReynolds. So if you guys, didn't come hang out with me, that's okay, because the movie's out, and as soon as I get done, I'm going to go, check my DVR and watch it myself. So again, congratulations to Mr. Jonathan McReynolds and the entire cast and the BET family for another awesome movie. I'm excited that our artists are beyond just singing, that they're actually moving around in the entertainment industry and shedding the light of Christ in all areas just by their mere presence. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed tonight. If you have a shout out or someone specific you want me to reach out to, if you have music, you can definitely send your music to gospelindiecentral@gmail.com. So that your music can be reviewed. We will start doing Toya's tune reviews soon, and I would love to listen to your music and review. I'm a music head. I love all kinds of music. So if you do Christian rock, Christian rap, gospel, quartet, you name it, I'm gonna love it anyway, because we're talking about what Jesus, so I'm gonna like it. But if you do have that, go ahead and send that over to gospelindiecentral at gmail.com. You can also visit Gospel Central. Those of you that may have not liked, you can go like the Instagram. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And then also, those of you that are watching from Gospel Central, if you haven't headed over to Talks with Toya's page or IG, I would love for you to follow me as well on both platforms, if you don't mind. Talks with Toya 1 for Instagram and Facebook. I am on Twitter, but it's my personal Twitter, but would love to have your support there as well. Well, guys, I am not sure. My guess that he could get on about 8, so it's about 8:30. And if not, I'll go ahead and finish up announcements. And then if not, we'll have to have Mr. Sims back. But for Summer Bash, I mean, they've got Phil Thompson, y'all. Okay, I'm done holding it in. They've got Phil Thompson. Did y'all know that? For free. So the Eventbrite is up. my understanding, you can go on to the Joe Bro Foundation on Facebook, and you can get your ticket. Phil Thompson is the headliner for that particular event, and you definitely want to make sure that you are there to support Summer Bash. We have Lisa Brunson as well. I mean, just the lineup is just phenomenal. You do not want to miss this event. It's free admission. There's masks are required, and it's at the Landmark Church in Cincinnati. Listen, shout out to Cincinnati. Y'all got it going on. Listen, if no one ever told you, apparently y'all got I Hear Music in June. You got Summer Bash, working with the fundraiser for the homelessness in Cincinnati in May. Like, you guys are doing your thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and share that flyer. So if you're interested, you can check that out. So again, for Summer Bash in Cincinnati, May 30th, it's a benefit concert for the Joe Bro Foundation. We have the Phil Thompson. Like, I was rocking Phil Thompson when he was with Ashmont Hill. Like, if you really a Phil Thompson fan, you would know Ashmont Hill. So all my friends that know Ashmont Hill, I want you to put something in the chat. And if you don't, that's okay. Go check them out. They're amazing. But we got Mr. Phil Thompson. We've got Cross Worship, y'all. Lisa Brunson, love her. DJ Ari, Holly Howard, Herman Noble, Scott Sims, Chris Betts, Ramiko Lattimore, and TWC, and Pastor Wayman Dean are all on this lineup with free admission. So you definitely want to reserve your seat on Eventbrite. And again, it's presented by Joe Bro Foundation. This is a way for us to have that benefit concert for the Joe Bro Foundation, which does a lot of great things out there in the Cincinnati area. So again, congratulations to you, Mr. Jordan Brooks, and your amazing team for the great work you're doing with the foundation and bringing these gospel artists in, and then at the opportunity to also make it free in the time of a pandemic, where this is an opportunity to just give back to the community and fundraise for your foundation. So congratulations to you all and your efforts. So you guys, if you think of something else you want to see, definitely make sure that you stop by. I'm going to check in with my guests really quick. So I do apologize for looking down at this moment, but want to make sure that my guest is able to get on okay. So one second. There is a technical difficulty, and so he should be on in a minute. I do apologize for the pause real quick, but again, we've got that event that's coming up. And then I think there's one more we have. So give me 1 second. So we talked about Summer Bash. We talked about I Hear Music. And then you definitely want to check out our other good friend on Inspiration with Carmina. So if you haven't seen that, make sure you check her out on Gospel Central as well. I definitely wanted to share that. And if you're looking for a virtual event this summer, Columbus Gospel Fest in Columbus, Ohio, will actually have their virtual event again. Last year, we streamed and reached out to over 10,000 viewers, and looking forward to doing the same thing this year. So stay tuned. Check out Columbus Gospel Fest. You can check out their Facebook page and Instagram. And then shout out to all the pastors and individuals who opened up their doors today for the National Day of Prayer. We don't want to miss out any of those individuals and not thank them for opening up their doors today. Unfortunately, today was also a day that I had to lay a very, very good friend of mine to rest. So if I seem a little off today, it's been a rough day. You never know when it's your time, but like Mr. Lamont Sanders was saying, they were ready, and we just have to it's our job to get ready. But that, when you love on your people. I'll just say that, love on your people. You never know when it's your last, and don't take them for granted when they're reaching out, checking on you, and wanting to make sure you're okay. Return that phone call, return that message back in Messenger, return back that Instagram response, return that email, or just pick up the phone, because you never know when it's the last time that you're going to speak to that person. And that's just kind of where I am. So shout out to love and rest well until we see you again, Command Sergeant Major Lee Smith. He was the first person to hire me. One of many to hire me, was on the panel when I was in the military for a particular job, and got my start and kind of helped me be who I am to this day. So you just never know when it's the last time you'll talk to a person, hear their voice, or just them reaching out to you and loving on you. So make sure that you do that. Love hard, y'all, because folks is leaving here left and right. So I hope Mr. Scott is coming on. I think that's all my announcements for today. Again, I thank you all for hanging out with me. Don't forget, again, Tune Reviews, Toya's Tune Reviews will be coming on soon on every other Thursday. I believe that's what me and Mike were talking about. So if you want to submit your music for review, it's gospelindiecentral@gmail.com, or you can email talkswithtoya@gmail.com, but preferably gospelindiecentral, because this is, I work for Mike. I just want y'all to know I work for Mike. And like Lamont said, Mike is going to treat everybody the same. He going to love hard on you. And he's one great example. He would just call just to follow, like, hey, just checking in. Don't want this, just checking in, just to say hi. That to me, that's the kind of relationship you want to have with people. That's the kind of love you want to feel from individuals. Just call just to say checking in. And so Mike, again, I know you're like, this is not about me. We don't care. I'm with Lamont. You good people. You always take care of people. You always looking out for people. And after the day I had laying a dear friend to rest today, just want you to know how much we appreciate you in the industry. And if no one else tells you that, you are a blessing. And we thank God for you, and we love you. So I'm not sure if Mr. Scott is going to make it. If not, we'll just have to have him back next Thursday. I see I only have a few people on. Hey, Mr. Eric, how are you? I see a couple folks on saying blessings. Thank you. Whoever's on still rocking with me. God bless y'all for hanging out with me today. I really, 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 really appreciate it. Like I said, it's been a heavy day for me, particularly. Like I said, laid a friend to rest today. But again, those events are coming, and there's more stuff. And I know you guys are probably watching BET while watching me. So don't spoil the movie until I get off the air, so I can go watch the good son of BET. Go back and rewatch my DVR. So again, congratulations to Jonathan McReynolds. And friends. And if you hadn't, I don't know if the spots are filled. We had Mr. Keith Dobbins and the legendary Shirley Murdoch last week, and they have the vocal clinic. So if you have not, and I don't know if the spots are still open, so I'm going to just still share that information. That was the only one I did not share. That's the only one I didn't share today, and I want to make sure I do. Oh, I had it. Oh, here it is. Here we go. So this is the vocal masters class. And when I say Mr. Keith Dobbins, he got everybody who's anybody on this lineup. Oh, my email, Mr. Charles, is talkswithtoya@gmail.com. So if you are interested in that vocal master's experience I was talking about, it started this Monday. So those of you that made it and also got the scholarship, congratulations. But you can also visit www.kddentertainment.com. I don't know if they still have spots open, because it did start on Monday. But if there is availability, I think that will be listed on the website. But I wanted to also share that with you all again, if you're interested in the vocal experience. Okay, Charles, you got it. Awesome. If you're interested in following me, I'll put my information up on the screen really quick. And then there's a few more things I wanted to share. And then we are going to go until he gets on. Yep. I think that's it. Yeah. And I also wanted to shout out to the Jason Dance Institute, which is also in Columbus, Ohio. They have their 21st annual concert. So if you are wanting to watch something virtually, uh, there's tickets available. I'm just going to share this real quick. Also, so my good friends, Jason Dance, West African Dance Institute, the Institute of West African Dance, will be um, will be hosting their concert. So just thought I'd share that really quickly if you're interested in that. Well, I do not see him up. Mr. Scott's here. Hey,
Yeah.
Mr. Scott.
How you
How are
doing?
you? I'm
I'm
good.
great.
I'm good. He sent you the, I was like, I sent it to you in the email.
No,
That's
so
all, it's
so
all
I got
good.
the link, but I knew I was gonna be a bit late. I was like, do I just jump in? Do I just
Jump in. Come on. Come on.
I got you.
I felt like on Coming to America when he's like, you stalled, that boy, you stalled. That's what I was doing. I know the Saints was like, she just rambling on and on. I'm like, I'm waiting on my homie Scott to get on, y'all. Like, just work
I'm
with your girl.
so
You
sorry.
good, you good, you good, you good. So listen,
Mhm.
I'm excited. You got music coming out May 11th. Is that right?
Yep.
See,
Yes,
I do
ma'am.
my
Yep, I gotta
research. I was like, I stalk all my
yeah.
people before you come on. So I'm like, and
Appreciate
you're
that.
Christian rap, right?
Yes, ma'am. So I do a little bit of both. I can rap, but I wouldn't consider myself a rapper.
Okay.
I'm more of a singer. I'm not the greatest singer, but I think I can put some art together.
Okay. So what's the single gonna be like? Is it gonna be a little bit of rap singing, or how does this work?
So it's mostly singing. It's got like a little bit of a chant in there, but not much rapping. It's mostly singing. It's just like an encouraging song, just like saying that I'm out here just on faith. Like you can plan what you plan, but at the end of the day, you can't really tell God what you're gonna do. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like you'll tell him one thing, and you're like, "Nah, I got this for you." So you just got to be out here on faith. Nothing is definite except what he plans. So
Listen, you be like, you have plans, and God be sitting here having a field day laughing at you, like,
I'm
Doc,
telling
what
you,
plans you got?
that's it.
Laughing right in your face. You like, what happened? You have plans. It's funny.
Yeah. It's funny you think you're running things, huh?
Right. Who runs the world? God. That's
Right.
who runs the world. Not you, not
That's
girls.
it.
It's God.
I got the reference right there. That was
Right, right.
smooth.
Yeah. You know, I like me. I'm a music head all day. So you
Hmm.
are on the lineup for Summer Bash.
Yes, ma'am.
Congratulations. I'm
Thank
excited.
you.
I'll be there. I
Oh
can't wait.
yeah, it's such an amazing opportunity. One, just to see how far Jordan Brooks has just come with his events. When he started out and just looking at it from humble beginnings and just watching it explode to what it is, and him starting his nonprofit and just putting together these amazing lineups of like super dope audience of dope artists. And I think what's so awesome about what he does is, he shoots for the people who are more established and who are doing that thing, but he never forgets about his people back home. And so it's all love to my big bro.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So is this your first time doing the Summer Bash?
So this is actually my third now, I think.
Look at you, fancy. You better be
Mhm.
fancy out here. Like I
Trying to
get the
be.
call every year. I get the call every year. You just
Look, I mean,
let me update let me get you corrected. Excuse me, sir. Third time. Y'all heard that, Saints? I got checked on my own
but it
show.
what's crazy is just not only has the show grown every single time, it's always something that just makes it that much more dope every time. But like the artists, like anybody who's been there consistently, we grow. We all grow so much. It shows like not just the consistency of him picking pushing out content that's worth bringing back the next year. So
Yeah.
it's an honor.
I mean, you on here with everybody. Y'all about to have it's about to be a good time. It's gonna be a night. It's gonna be a bash, all right.
Oh my goodness.
And it's at the Landmark Church. That church is beautiful.
Right? Right.
Listen,
Shout out to Landmark. That's my
shout
home church
out.
now.
That's your home church now?
Yeah, that's my home church. Some of the
Awesome.
most genuine people you'll ever meet.
Man, they were so sweet. I mean, it's beautiful. Now, was it a school building or something before?
I think we freezing up. I lost you for a second.
You
I think we
did. You
back.
did.
There
Don't.
we go.
Okay. I said, was it a school before? Landmark was the building.
So it
Something.
was. I actually
Okay.
just started going within the last 3 years, but they had a school.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I saw how the classrooms were upstairs. I'm like, this had to be like an auditorium or something.
Yeah.
And then they just built around it.
Yeah.
But it's beautiful. Like they gutted it and they got them movie theater style seats. I said, y'all better be cushy up in here. I said, y'all fancy.
Yeah, they come a long way. They've come a long way. Like just even in the past 3 years that I've been there, it's crazy.
Wow. And so with your music, back to that. So you got that coming out May 11th. Where else? Do you have other music out currently too?
Absolutely. So you can really find me on anything, Apple Music, Spotify, iTunes, anything like that. Tidal, just any major platform, even YouTube. So I'm here.
Okay. So is there going to be a album? So this is perfect timing because you'll have your record come out May 11th, and then that Sunday the 3rd. So that's good timing. And then you sing your song and tell people to download it. And I'm sorry,
So it's crazy. So the single drops on actually the 19th. So it drops on the 19th, and then right after that, like you said, it's perfect opportunity to get out there and just do it the first time and like really see what it'd be like in front of everybody and how well it's received. And this is news to everybody else who follows me, but like it's actually the first single of an EP, and it'll be a series of 3 EPs, and it'll tell its own story. So I'm pretty excited to put that together.
Fancy. It's got a story. I like that. Pastor Wayman, how are you? I know I've not met you in person, but hi.
He's says awesome.
He said all his music is all. No, I worked 20. I did the 2019. I didn't get to meet him, but I was in the booth working the screens in 2019 at the Pastor O'Neill's church.
Gotcha.
So I got to do that. So listen. We're going to have a good time. So if y'all didn't know,
I'm excited.
Make sure y'all get y'all's tickets for Summer Bash. It's a benefit concert for the Joe Bro Foundation. You can definitely make sure you like the Joe Bro Foundation on Instagram and Facebook. You can also find the event available on Eventbrite. You must reserve your tickets in advance, friends. Don't show up with you and your friends. Like, we love you like a play cousin and everything. We do. We really do. But, COVID is real. And we do know that Jesus is a healer. However, we're going to follow protocol and we're checking temperatures. Masks are required. Listen, we know Jesus, he can do whatever he want to do, but what we're going to do is do what we're supposed to do. So don't show up, with your friends and be like, well, we just want to. Nope, there's no open seating. You must register. Please let's be in decency and order, a spirit of excellence. Let's do those things and come and worship God together and just enjoy these amazing gifts that God has given the body of Christ that night, and be prepared to be ministered to. Pastor Wayman is going to definitely MC. He go. What do they call it? Usher in the presence of the Lord. And what's the other word they say when you run service? When you're running the service, I'm messing up. Pastor Wayman probably gonna type it in the chat. But anyway, I'm excited to see him again. I definitely enjoyed myself in 2019. That was the first time I had the opportunity. So I'm definitely looking forward to him running, because it's not a show, it's a service. So if you want to be in a number, get an Eventbrite. Now, Mr. Scott Sims, where can they find you? Share with us how we can find you on social media so we can follow, support, properly purchase your music. Amen.
Amen.
Properly.
So I'm on all platforms, the same handle at 2 Scott Sims. And don't forget that Sims has 2 M's. So at 2 Scott Sims. And then you can find me on all your major music platforms, just with Scott Sims. Scott Sims, Sims with 2 M's. Don't forget that.
I like that. 2 T's, 2 M's.
2 T's, 2 M's. There it is.
And you put the 2 in front. I follow. Snazzy. I like it. So that's on all social media, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm putting it in the chat. Yep. Up. And Pastor Wayman said he is excited to finally hear Scott's new music.
Look, he's been supporting me from day one. Like,
see?
Like he makes me feel like I'm a dope artist. Like I could be second guessing. I'm like, I don't know. And he'll randomly send me a video like jamming out this today. And I'm like, man, okay. I can keep going.
Hey man, that's good.
So shout out to Wayman.
You gotta have folks. You gotta have folks like that out here. You gotta have folks out there in your corner. All right, Scott, I'm about to go download some of your stuff now. I didn't get a chance to do it earlier today because I love Christian hip hop. Believe it or not, a fan. A lot of people I'll be honest and say, oh, he said you are. Oh, Pastor Raven, look.
Appreciate you, man.
Listen, when God sends you people like that, you hold on to them and you love them. I was just sharing that before you got on. A dear friend of mine, a military mentor, I served in the Army 11 years, and my very first job that I had prior to returning from war, he was on the panel that hired me, and he passed unexpectedly. And the last time we talked, he was just telling me, if I need anything, don't hesitate to call him. He's there. Know that this service is here for you. This. And I mean, he just always reached out to me, always checked on me. And so when you have people like Pastor Wayman, love on those folks, because you never know when it's their last. Like, that's why I told them earlier today before you got, I was like, I may be off today, y'all. This is what happened. This is why I'm a little off. But, you know, I'm just telling everybody, love on your people, especially God's people, because it's real. It's real. Life is short. It's so short. So leave it all here on earth. You know, leave whatever God give you. And you doing that, Mr. Scott. I can't wait to figure out the 3 EP. Like, I'm all intrigued now. Yeah. I can't wait for the press. Like, you got to come back so we can talk about. So every time the EP come out, and then we can start connecting the story into the end. Like, I'm excited. I can't wait. I can't wait. So do you have a date for the EP yet? Just out of curiosity.
Nope, not just yet. But the goal is, I'm shooting for mid-June.
Look at you. So single May.
Mm-hmm.
Look at you, okay.
Gotta let it breathe.
Will you have music available at the Summer Bash?
Absolutely.
So, Pastor Wayman said something. What he say? He's gospel R&B. Some of his music, I'll be like, oh wait, that's Scott singing about Jesus. I love. Too funny. All right, y'all, listen. Thank you, Scott, for hanging out with me tonight. Again, Summer Bash 2021. It's a benefit concert for the Joe Bro Foundation. Even if you're unable to, there are virtual tickets too. So say you get on there and you can't get a ticket to come into the Landmark Church, for the record. It's the amazing church, by the way. You can still check us out virtually. And if you just want to give, go on there and just give. I think there's still some sponsorship opportunities, and you can reach out to the Joe Bro Foundation on social media. And if they have those opportunities, they will definitely follow up with you. Again, Mr. Scott, it was a pleasure to meet you. I look forward to seeing you on May 30th and hanging out and probably clowning, because I'm a clown. We about to clown. We about to clown. That energy. All day, listen, all day, and we gonna enjoy Jesus too. But I'm gonna clown, just for the record. So, congratulations on everything. You guys make sure you support and reach out and follow Mr. Scott Sims on. He's on all social media too. Scott Sims, 2 T's, 2 M's on all social media, and his music is available on all digital outlets. Thank you again, Mr. Scott, for hanging out with us. Listen, y'all heard it here first with Talks with Toya. Some great things going on in the gospel industry. So make sure you check out Gospel Central online and on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you all. Have a good night. Bye.